Hi, I'm Malcolm.
And I'm Rachel. We're two Canadians living on our 39-foot mainship trawler, living an adventure of a lifetime. We invite you to follow along as we travel 6,000 miles through Canadian and U.S. waterways around America's Great Loop. Good morning from Ticonderoga. We had a really nice night here. This is a very peaceful anchorage. Last night we had some north winds and it was pretty much just gusting here and there, and it really calmed down pretty quickly, and you can see right now there's pretty much no winds. Yesterday we took the dinghy into the town of Ticonderoga, and it was really fun going through there because there's all sorts of tree limbs coming down on that little channel that we drove through, and it felt like we're going through a tunnel. And we got all the way to the Falls of Lachute, very pretty little area. You can see behind me, there's the fort. And we didn't actually go to the fort. There isn't really easy access by dinghy, but we were able to see it from here, and we certainly heard the cannon being fired a couple of times yesterday, so that certainly caught us off guard a little bit. And this morning, it's another beautiful day. It's quite cool, so I have a couple layers on, but we'll be shedding those layers later on. And we're going to head further north, and we're going to go to the Vermont side of Lake Champlain to Burlington. We'll find an anchorage in a bay right near Burlington, and then we'll take our dinghy into town and have a look there. But should be an easy cruise, approximately 5 hours, and just a nice gentle ride further north. Hope you're having a great day. That's the Ticonderoga ferry. It goes between Vermont and New York, right here. And the captain actually called Malcolm to let him know that it's a cable ferry, and we already knew that from the charts, but I guess he was just being overly cautious. Nothing wrong with that. And it went really slowly right across the waterway here. The Champlain Memorial Lighthouse is a former lighthouse at Crown Point, New York, that now exists as a memorial to the exploration of the lake by Samuel de Champlain. It served as an active lighthouse for only 14 years. In 1926, the light was extinguished and does not currently serve as an aid to navigation. The original Lake Champlain Bridge, known as Crown Point Bridge, between Crown Point, New York and Chimney Point, Vermont, was opened to traffic in 1929 as a toll bridge. Tolls were removed in 1987 and the bridge closed in 2009 for safety concerns. It was replaced with a new bridge which opened in 2011. It is one of two bridges connecting New York and Vermont across Lake Champlain. Ferries provide connection between the states at other points along the lake. Crown Point State Historic Park is the site of ruins of two fortifications from the colonial wars between the British and French. Long before the American Revolution, these colonial powers laid claim to the Champlain Valley and the peninsula known as Crown Point. Lake Champlain is a natural freshwater lake that lies between the U.S. states of New York and Vermont. It also extends north into the Canadian province of Quebec. It is 107 miles, or 172 kilometers long, and 14 miles, or 23 kilometers at its widest point. The average depth is 64 feet and has a maximum of just over 400 feet. The New York side, on the west side of the lake, includes the city of Plattsburgh and towns of Westport and Rouse's Point. The hills on this side are part of the Adirondack Mountains. On the Vermont side, or east side, the main city is Burlington, and the hills are part of the Green Mountains. There are several islands on the lake, and it connects to the St. Lawrence Seaway to the north via the Richelieu River, and to the Hudson River through the Champlain Canal to the south. We're getting much closer to our destination. And we can see Burlington off in the distance, and there's some nice homes on the side with some little islands and bays and things. And we're going to go around into Shelburne Bay, which is a very protected bay, very close to Burlington. And so I think it's a fairly popular spot in the summertime. I doubt there'll be a lot of people there um, this weekend, but there may be a few. So let's go and see what it's like. And just off to the side I can see an island. I just looked it up. It's called Juniper Island. And it looks like it's full of rock cliffs and some trees. So I don't know if anybody ever goes there, but it looks kind of interesting to see. And it's been a really good journey today. Very calm waters. There was only one part of the lake where it got very windy, and that's because the lake narrowed. And at that point, it was about 420 feet deep. So it kind of reminded us of Big Rideau Lake on the Rideau system, where that gets very, very deep as well, although this is a much larger lake. And it's really neat to see the Adirondack Mountains off on the New York side to our port side. And on the right, on the starboard, is Vermont. And those are the Green Mountains. And I was trying to look up some of the names of the peaks. And I guess there's a lot of popular ski hills out here, so I'll have to see if I can identify some of them. But it's a beautiful area. It's really hard to do it justice with the photography, but being here is pretty special. So we're glad we came this way. So we've arrived at Shelburne Bay at an anchorage here. It took us about 5.5 hours. We went 40.7 nautical miles. We're just south of Burlington, Vermont, and there's some sort of private homes in this bay. Looks like it'll be super quiet. And it is a Friday. It is the Memorial Day long weekend, so I imagine it will get busier, certainly tomorrow and the next day, but we're just here the one night, so it should be quiet for tonight. We're going to make sure the anchor has set and then launch the dinghy and head over to Burlington, have a look. But mostly I think we want to enjoy this anchorage. We just brought the dinghy in to Burlington. Really nice waterfront here. And this morning is the farmer's market. So we're going to walk around the town and have a look at the farmer's market. It's a beautiful day.
5 strokes, back to the front. 1, run, 1,